Have you ever wondered who actually dropped the big piece of shit in your toilet? Oh wait, wrong platform. Have you ever wondered who actually dropped the bombs in Fallout? You're probably gonna say, oh, it was the communists, case closed. But what if I told you it's far more complicated than that? It's easy to point fingers at China or the USA since they were out here trading nuclear threats like two men in a circle jerk. But hear me out. What if Vault-Tec, the trusted vault building corporation, weren't just trying to protect people from the bombs, but were the reason the bombs actually fell in the first place? I mean, think about it. Vault-Tec built all these vaults, stacked them with all the finest nuclear apocalypse amenities like running water, clean food, and a lifetime subscription to Vaughan. I mean, who wouldn't want to move in? But here's the kicker. Vault-Tec wasn't exactly a company you trust with your cat, let alone humanity's survival. Sure, they said they were building these vaults to save lives, but Vault-Tec's real business model? Only Vaults, a platform for robots to upload spicy pictures of themselves. Oh my bad, science experiments. And I'm not talking about some innocent lab stuff like dissecting your maths teacher or how long can you survive on just Nuka-Cola. They were locking people in these underground bunkers and running wild experiments like, hey, what if we put 100 people in a vault with only one toilet? Let's see what happens. And just like my night out with the boys at Taco Bell, it did not go too well, especially for the toilet. I'm looking at you, Jimmy and Stacy. But here's where things get a bit juicy. Some fans, me included, believe that Vault-Tec might have been so committed to running these twisted experiments that they didn't just sit around waiting for the war to happen. Oh no. They may have actually pushed the button themselves to kick off the Great War. Imagine the scene. A Vault-Tec executive is in his office, sipping coffee, looking over my videos and thinking, man, how isn't this guy famous already? But in reality, he was probably thinking, we spent all this money on these vaults. Now we're just supposed to, what, wait for the war? Nah, it will be a total waste of money. Let's speed this up a little bit. And then, boom, they start World War III like it's a casual Friday afternoon. I mean, you gotta give them credit for the commitment to the bit. They didn't just sell you a vault, they made sure you'd actually need it. And let's not also forget the fact that Vault-Tec had the perfect cover. While the world's governments are out here pointing fingers at each other, Vault-Tec is sitting down in their shiny clean offices going, wow, this was sure terrible, isn't it? Guess you're all lucky we're here to save you. Meanwhile, they're the ones who actually threw the first punch. But wait, how do we really know it was Vault-Tec? Well, there's plenty of hints if you dig deep enough. For one, their obsession with timing. They were always ready to go, like before the war even started. Who does that? It's like if your friend showed up to your surprise party before you even left work. Suspicious, right? Well, at least for you people. I have no friends actually. These people were busy herding folks into vaults the minute the sirens started blaring. Like, oh wow, good thing we finished construction just in time for the world to end. God must surely be on our side. And then there's their motive. Sure, Vault-Tec loved their little social experiments, but what if they needed real, tangible data? Like, how does the human race survive total nuclear annihilation? Well, you can't really test that unless, cause total nuclear annihilation, right? Vault-Tec knew that if they were going to get the data they needed, they had to be the ones to press the big red button. They didn't just want a war. They wanted the ultimate control. They wanted to be dominant, just like my stepdad. What better way to run it than to kick off the apocalypse themselves? So while the rest of the world was panicking, Vault-Tec was probably out here in their corporate boardroom going, hey, at least we're going to get some great data from this. Of course, all of this is just a theory, but with how shady Vault-Tec is, does it really seem that far-fetched? They built the vaults, surely, definitely. They ran the experiments, and let's face it, they're the kind of company that would definitely nuke the world for a science project. Besides Apple, of course. Fuck Apple. I hate Apple. So, was it China? The USA? Nah, my money's on Vault-Tec. After all, if they didn't drop the bombs, who else would have been so prepared to sell us on surviving there? I mean, come on. Hit that subscribe button if you agree and stay tuned because I've got way more Fallout theories to unpack. Trust me, this rabbit hole goes deeper. That's what she said. Goodbye now. Ta-ta.